Hi, welcome back to Real Auto Reports. Today we are with the 2014 Subaru Forester. And this just isn't any Forester, it is the 2-liter XT. So this is your turbocharged model, and we're going to give you the real first impressions video edition on this car. So let's check it out. From the front, the 2014 Subaru Forester is all new. Now, this isn't just any Forester, this is the 2.0 XT Premium. What that means is that this is your higher end Forester, and it is more sporty and off-road capable. It is also the turbocharged model, and with that you get a more aggressive front fascia here. So look at the bumper there underneath the grille, and those cutouts and this kind of squared off edges is specific to the XT. Now you're also going to see that this design language that's all new for 2014 is really a carryover from the legacy design language, and you can see the progression of the Subaru brand. It is getting more squared off and more aggressive again, and it is a nice look, and we think since the legacy is popular, this new Forester is also going to be popular with Subaru fans. From the side, the Forester might seem bigger to you in 2014. However, it is the basic same dimensions as the outgoing 2013 model, but it has been squared off, I think, and given a little bit more muscle in the body. It definitely has a nice balanced look to it. I think more balanced than the previous generation. I like the fact that it has these nice wheels here that you can see. They really do set off the side of the Subaru and fit in well with vehicles like the XV Crosstrek that we have also tested here at Real Auto Reports. That's the orange pearl one on our YouTube page. This Forester in the Venetian red pearl is very nice, gives a nice impression. Of course, you have your roof rack, and the proportions of the vehicle from the side are really nice for 2014. We think they did a nice job with this redesign. From the back, what can we say? It's a crossover SUV. It's got a lift gate, it's got a rear spoiler, and that helps with the wind drag and the coefficient so that it gets better gas mileage. The taillights here are okay. Nothing really jumps out at us from the back here. Notice the big XT badging, however, which does indicate that you are in this more capable off-road, higher-end version of the Forester. However, the other thing that we could point out is the dual exhaust. You do have the turbocharged 250 horsepower motor that we'll be talking about in a second here. But, other than that, you have the rear wiper, which is good convenience for when there's inclement weather. And the lift height actually is pretty good as well, and the room in the back of this vehicle is good, especially with the fold-down rear seats. Now, this is the premium edition, so you don't get the power liftgate, but you can get it if you step up to the XT Touring model. So there's a lot of features that are available in the new Forester. Under the hood, you're going to find what I think is the best part of this 2014 Subaru Forester. It is the 2-liter boxer engine with direct injection, and it's turbocharged. Yes, in the XT model, you get the turbocharged version with 250 horsepower, 258 foot-pounds of torque, and you're going to have it mated to a high torque version of their CVT transmission. So yes, it is continuously variable. It also has what they call the active torque split all-wheel drive. This is different than the symmetrical all-wheel drive that they have in other vehicles. So what it does is it manages the continuously variable transfer clutch and basically manages the power split between all of the different components, and it is an intelligent adaptive system, so it will keep you glued to the road. Something else we want to point out is that this does have the SI Drive performance control system, so basically that's their sport mode, and the CVT will then mimic a 6-speed manual automatic type transmission or an 8-speed with manual mode transmission. It is a lot of technology in this car and some great
engine performance. Something else that is great about the turbocharged model is that it still gets 23 miles per gallon in town and 28 out on the highway. From the driver's seat, what you're going to find is that the Subaru Forester is definitely following the Subaru heritage. The steering wheel is similar to every other Subaru we've driven, so it's going to look like the Legacy and the XV Crosstrek and all these cars. It's got the steering wheel controls, which are very handy. They're easy to understand, although there are a lot of them. In this car, you have the Sport Drive controls on the steering wheel in place of the adaptive cruise control you'd find in the Legacy, but you also have your Bluetooth hands-free phone buttons on the steering wheel. The heated seats, we are happy to report, are accessible and easy to find right there up in front of the automatic shifter. You're going to also have your XT mode up there. All the climate control features are easy to use, and this car has the new 6.1 touchscreen navigation system with the Harman Kardon audio. Of course, it's got voice-activated controls, Bluetooth hands-free, audio streaming, all of that stuff that you would expect in the interior. It's nice, it's serviceable, it's easy to use, and it even has a separate trip computer. Now, there is this little thing about the rear camera that we'll cover in our real video, the real review, but until then, on first impression, it's definitely a Subaru. Hitting the road in the 2014 Subaru Forester XT is a different experience than the previous generation. It feels like you sit up higher. The seats do have a higher seating hip point. It's got greater hip and shoulder room, so the inside of this vehicle is going to feel bigger, but at the same time you feel like you've got good visibility. The ride is nice. It's not overly squishy, it's not overly harsh. It doesn't feel like you're wallowing all over the place when you go around corners, although you are going to notice that this vehicle does feel like a CUV, a crossover. It's not going to be as sporty as, say, something like the Legacy or your WRX. It is a nice driving car, though, and as I said before, it does not have what I would consider a lot of turbo lag that's really helped by the direct injection. The transmission is nice in the CVT. It doesn't seem overly loud when you first get on the accelerator. And if you put it into one of the SI drive modes, it does have really nice characteristics in how it shifts and downshifts and will give you a lot of control over the vehicle.
So that's the Real First Impressions video edition of the 2014 Subaru Forester 2.0 XT. This is the turbocharged 2-liter boxer motor. It has 250 horsepower and is all new from Subaru. And we think it is one of the best first impressions we've gotten from Subaru in a long time. This car will take you 0 to 60 in 6.2 seconds, and it's a real rocket if you go up to this turbocharged XT model. There's a lot of other features, and we think you should return for the real video, the real review, where we'll give you all those details and more. I'm Jonathan McGrew. Check out our Facebook page, and until then, we'll see you down the road.